Welcome back. It's that time of the month once again where we take a look at all the exciting things that have happened in the photo video space over the last month. This time, of course, we're talking about everything that happened in May. Guys, this was a big one. I'm talking northern lights visible in the south of the UK. Crazy. And the photos that people were able to capture were absolutely stunning. Big AI updates to things like Lightroom and Photoshop, which absolutely are worth paying attention to. And actually, we've got a full Tutorial Tuesday all about some of the new updates to Lightroom, and of course, loads of new products. And there's been some big stuff this month as well, including some pretty interesting announcements as well. Let's get into all of it. So let's start with some of the kind of bigger general news things that happen. I think it doesn't get much bigger for me than the northern lights, right? They were visible over pretty much a weekend where we did have lovely clear skies as well in the south of the UK. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was actually away from home without my camera. Not ideal, but the photos that people have been able to capture are absolutely gorgeous. Really stunning stuff. If that's something that interested you, hopefully you were able to go out and take advantage of that. But some of the stuff that I have seen is, ooh, really something special. Now elsewhere, we've also seen some updates to Lightroom and Photoshop with generative AI. In Lightroom, we now have a new way to remove things from our photos using generative AI. And we actually did a full Tutorial Tuesday taking a look at that this week. So I'll pop a link to that down in the description. And in Photoshop, Adobe have updated their generative AI to just be much more effective, bring in the new Firefly model. It's getting really interesting. It's getting a little bit scary, if I'm honest with you, but it's certainly really interesting. I would love to know your thoughts on all of that stuff, all of the AI stuff down in the comments, because I think it's the biggest thing really that's happening in the industry at the moment. It's so, I don't know how to feel about it. On one hand, it's incredibly helpful and useful. On the other hand, it's a little bit scary. It certainly raises some issues, right? I don't know where the line needs to be drawn, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But of course, we also saw loads of new product announcements as well. So let's start off with Fujifilm, who released 3 new products. We saw the GFX 100S2. I got to test this out, really see what it can do. It's a medium format camera, 100 megapixels, a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter than the GFX 100 that came out last year. And this was a wonderful camera to shoot with. I also got to use the new GF 500mm f5.6, and combined, I was shooting wildlife photography with a medium format camera, and I was having a blast doing it. What a setup. And that is not something I thought I would be doing, right? Wildlife photography on a medium format camera. And it was fantastic. Couldn't get enough of it. You can check out the full review of both those products on the channel, as well as the new XT50 as well, which is a much smaller, kind of like a baby XT5, right? Without some of the things like weather sealing. Follow up from the XT30, which we saw a few years ago. And that's a nice kind of everyday take around with you camera that actually packs some pretty decent power as well. Panasonic Lumix also released the new S9, which is a nice little compact full frame interchangeable lens camera. Comes in a few different colors. Actually, I really liked it. Sigma released a follow-up to their 2470 f2.8. We saw the 2470 f2.8 Mark II. Now, we will have a full review on this channel of that lens, but we already have a review over on our blog. You can go and check out what our blog writer Nick thought about testing it out. I'll give you a little spoiler. I'm loving it. It's a nice, lightweight, fast zoom lens, great image quality. I liked the original one. I'm loving this one. And we also saw some interesting announcements. Leica announced the d-lux 8, and Canon have officially announced development of the R1. Now, we know it's coming this year. We don't know loads of stuff about it, but it's going to be an interesting camera, right? It is going to be a big deal when it does come out. As soon as we know more, of course, we'll be letting you know. So absolutely stay tuned to Park Cameras for all the latest info on the Canon R1. But there's loads of stuff coming up in June as well, kicking things off on the 1st of June, Imaging Festival at our Burgess Hill store. Loads of free talks, get hands-on with all the latest and greatest kit out there from all the different manufacturers. We've got it in London the week later. We're gonna have loads more Tutorial Tuesdays. We've got loads of reviews planned as well. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. Is that lovely, beautiful summer sunset. That's what I want to photograph in June. I want to go out and get some of those really golden sunsets. But I'd love to know, what are you planning to photograph over the next month? What is it you're excited about going out to take photos of? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here, because there's new content all the time, every week. Loads of new stuff. I will see you in the next video. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.